Fox 7's Good Day Austin Sunday with Scarlett Greyson.
Welcome back to Good Day Sunday. I'm Scarlett Greyson, and here with me now is Sensei Jonathan, the founder of Life Keto Martial Arts Parenting and Life Education. Jonathan, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Scarlett.
So last week we talked about stress management, different ways that we receive stress in our lives from all the different areas. Today we want to continue that topic, and we're going to talk about other ways to manage stress. So Jonathan, the first question is there a formula to manage stress?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's important first to also realize that some stress is a good thing because it kind of motivates us to change and to grow. So people think they want to be stress-free. I think actually some is helpful. But if we have too much, obviously, it creates havoc in our life, right? So we need to have a way of managing stress, because if we don't know how to, then it's very hard to have a healthy, joyful life. So the basic way I look at it is like stress management formula. Is anytime you have stress in your life, look at it through these two choices or these two lenses. One is, can I change the situation? And two, can I change how I see the situation?
Okay, so why don't we talk about some situations that may be stressful?
Yeah, so definitely what happens when you have a stressful situation in your life and looking at like, how do I actually change the situation? I like to look at it kind of like you're cleaning your closet. You know, that feeling of like, wow, my closet's a mess and it's time to declutter. So you look at things like, for example, do I not like that piece of clothes anymore? Is it not fit? You start getting rid of things and it really feels like you're simplifying. So as far as stress, if you look at it and you say, all right, let me look at my daily life. Let me look at my to-do list. Are there any things on this list that really are not serving me anymore, that aren't essential to my well-being, that I can just get rid of? And so first of all, I get rid of those things, remove those things, and then look at it and say, okay, maybe I can't get rid of this thing, or I don't want to get rid of it. Can I restructure it so it's more manageable? So like for you and me and many people today, we have so many things on our plate. It may not be like one thing that's stressing us out, but the accumulation of all of it. And so we have to look at how can we restructure that, how do we organize better, have like an organizational system, a time management system, chunking and our time out. And so really being clear of how do we use our time the best and organize it. So that's a way of restructuring the stress.
Okay.
So remove it or restructure it.
Okay, so along with removing and restructuring, how can you go about changing that? How can you go about removing stress from your life? How can those situations be avoided?
Yeah, well, I think there's, again, like the formula as far as changing the situation, or changing how you see the situation. So changing, again, I would look at, can you remove it, or can you alter it, restructure it? As far as how you see it, you know, the way we process things in our brain has a huge impact on our reality and what it actually is, right? So if you look at changing your mindset, your expectations, how you see things, your attitude about it can have a big difference. So for example, let's say you have something happens at work and you have a letdown at work. You can really beat yourself up and feel like, oh, what a failure I am, or you can look at it, hey, how can I see this in a way that I can grow from it, become a better person and learn from it, so next time around I'm more prepared. I also like to use like the time perspective. If you think of something in your life right now that's stressing you out, if you say, okay, 5 years down the road, or 10 years down the road, am I really going to care about this so much? And so giving you that perspective, or like right now, think about something in the past that really stressed you out, like 5 years ago.
Okay.
And today you're like, whatever.
Pretty much. Well, yes.
I mean, it changes, right? Like something,
changes, okay.
Yeah, something, I mean, major things, maybe not, but a lot of the stressors in our life, the times, like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And then you're like, oh yeah, I used to be so stressed out about that thing, I don't even think about it, because you have the new thing, right?
Right.
So that time perspective really helps on your mindset. So how can you grow, what can you learn, how can you see it in a positive light, and also looking at the time perspective. Those are two good ways of changing your mindset as far as the stress.
Okay, and that goes along with, I know this is a huge thing, but what about losing a loved one? I mean, that can't be something easy. How would you manage stress when it comes to something as serious as that?
Yeah, I think there's things in life like that that are just so intense. It's amazing that people can go through it. I'm not saying they get over it, but they go through it. And so some of the main components to me, number one is acceptance. So just accepting what is, right? And so you can't obviously change that, but really that deep acceptance allows the process to continue. And then getting support, getting friend and family, emotional support, professional support. And I think for a lot of people, some kind of spiritual practice, whether it's prayer or meditation, helps them get a different perspective on it and really somehow continue to work through that process.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this seems like it goes along with children too.
Yeah.
Stress for kids.
Yeah, no question. It's funny, today I was doing a seminar for 6th graders, and these kids are talking about like all the stress in their lives and dealing with stress and time management and all these things. It's for everybody, right? So when I look at children and parenting, as how do we prepare our children for life, give them the skills that they need to live a good life, right? And part of that is stress management. So as early as we can, showing them, hey, when you have stress in your life, use this stress management formula. Can you or do you need to change your situation? And or can you change how you see it? Can you change your mindset and use it to grow instead of feeling beat down by the situation?
Okay, well, Jonathan, there are some great tips there on how to manage your stress. I know that it's not an easy thing, but if you just follow some simple steps, I do want to ask you, could you sum it up?
Definitely.
For somebody who just wants, so just give it to them straight.
Yeah, definitely. I think stress is part of our life, right? So don't run from stress, but also be wise. Look at it straight on and see, is this thing necessary in your life? Is it beneficial? Is it helping you? And if it's not, can you change it, get rid of it, or restructure it? And then also look at your mindset. Life is meant to be a growing experience, a learning experience. It's not meant to beat us down and feel like we're a victim of life. It's meant to be celebrated and really learn to grow. So use stress to grow.
Well, thank you so much, Jonathan, for joining us today. It was our second week on stress management, and we'll have more next week, correct? We'll continue this topic because it is a big one that we all deal with in our everyday life. So if you want to check out more information, you can go to our website, or you can check out Jonathan's book, Life Keto Parenting Tools to Raise Happy, Confident Kids from the Inside Out. It's on bookpeopleamazon.com and Barnes and Nobles, I believe. But again, Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.